What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. In today's video, we're going to be recapping everything we know about Pokemon Legends ZA from all of the leaks. Pretty much the whole game is essentially out there, and I haven't made a video that had everything in a nice, concise space. We're going to be talking about all of the Mega Pokemon, the characters in the game, the different storylines, post-game information, and other cool parts of this game. Of course, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and consider supporting the channel and join the Pan fam by hitting that join channel member button below. Now, massive spoiler warning for everything in this video. Let's start with the Mega Evolutions that have been leaked for the game. And as you can see on the screen here, we got Mega Starters for Meganium, we got Fraligator, and of course, we got Emboar. But then we also got the Gen 6 starters with Chestnut, Delphox, and Greninja also getting their own Mega Evolutions too. Of course, Zygarde is going to be getting their own Mega. I mean, Legends ZA, who would have thought? Zygarde, of course, would get one. Now, Eternal Floette is getting one. Seems to be a story-related Mega. And then we get a bunch of other cool Megas, you know, from Generations 1, Generations 5. And we got Drampa up in here, representing Gen 7. Dragonite finally gets some Mega representation. Scrafty, Starmie, which is not the coolest looking Mega, but it does get one. Malamar, Pyroar gets one, and apparently the male and female will have a difference to their Mega. We shall see, though. Mega Scolipede, Mega Excadrill, Mega Chandelure, Mega Victreebel, Mega Hawlucha, Mega Frostlass, Mega Clefable, Mega Phalanx, Mega Electros, Mega Barbaracle, Mega Skarmory, and Mega Dragalge. Now, these are the Megas that have been leaked, and all of these descriptions are describing what the Megas look like. Now, some of these Megas did get a type change. So Meganium is getting the Grass and Fairy typing added to it, which is really cool. We're also seeing a type change to Clefable, who's now going to be Fairy and Flying. Fraligator is going to be Water and Dragon. And then the weirdest type change to me is Barbaracle, who went from Rock Water to Rock and Fighting. So I don't really know why that one got a type switch up when it already was a dual type. I think some of these other Pokemon probably deserved a little bit better. I mean, maybe even necessarily Electros or something. I don't know. But that is what we're looking at. This doesn't mean that these are the only Megas in the game. There's a bunch of old Megas coming back, as we've seen in the trailers. But also, there could be more Megas being added in post-game support. All this information is coming from an August 2024 build of the game that leaked during the Terra leak. Now, if you want to see some of the Pokemon here, Card NIH posted their rendition of some of the Megas based on the descriptions. So Fraligator has like a hood on it. Meganium has even more flowers. Emboar, it has like a big fire spear and is sort of like a Chinese warrior. Starmie is just really big and has longer legs. Victreebel ends up being like a pouch. Clefable grows some big wings. Dragonite gets some really big wings, like Dragonair style. Skarmory gets extra pointy and longer. Scrafty gets a white hood. Chandelure gets more of a Chandelure aspect. It's just essentially two of them combined. Excadrill gets more drills and points and some steel plates. Drampa is angry, which I do think this is a really neat one. Phalanx becomes Voltron, which this is my personal favorite Mega. Frostlass becomes more of like a yokai, Oni demon. And it's very cool with the ice horns on it. And Pyroar has like the Fire Blast sign on it for its head, but like two of them stacked on top of each other. We don't have fan art for the other ones, but these are pretty good renditions of these. Now, we do have some character spoilers. And for these characters, we pretty much have a basic rundown on what they're doing in the story and what Megas they will be introducing to the game. So, AZ runs Hotel Z. He's important to the fight against Agni, which is the ultimate weapon. Urbane, Tunane, Jet, and Lysander are related to AZ. So AZ is essentially their great relative. Mabel, the new professor of the Kalos region, she isn't evil anymore, which is speculation. She was the original owner of the ZA starters, which is also speculation. Grizam and Xerosic, essentially he changed his name from X and Y. He runs a food truck with Team Flare Grunts. He isn't evil anymore. He's thinner and got a tan. And then we got Corvivu, the leader of the Kalos Mafia, and uses Mega Scolipede. So the Kalos Mafia is going to be one of the main storylines that we will be going through in this game. And then they have an assistant called Felipe, the second in command of the Kalos Mafia, and they'll be introducing Mega Skarmory. And then there is Jack Neath runs a tournament unrelated to the Royale, which is another storyline connected to this main game, and uses Mega Dragonite. So they'll be introducing Mega Dragonite, and they also have an assistant. They have a maid partner. She's an extremely buff maid, uses Mega Drampa. So that is how we're going to be getting Mega Drampa introduced to the story. Then Emma, Emma from Pokemon X and Y, who was the assistant to the detective. And now she isn't a detective. She investigates the appearance of rogue Mega Pokemon / Agnes Energy. She wears an Essentia suit with a small beige overcoat. She looks like she's in her mid-late 20s, and she's introducing Mega Malamar. Now we have L / Lysander, appears relatively early in the game. He's present at the fight against Agni. He can talk to Zygarde through telepathy. They're friends. You have to beat him to catch Zygarde. Lysander's new design is very similar to AZ, and he still uses his Mega Gyarados. Then Jet, who is the CEO of Quasicor. The ZA Royale is run by Quasicor. Quasicor is trying to hide the existence of rogue Mega Pokemon, and she uses Mega Clefable. So she's sort of like our main bad guy in a way. And then we have Kanari, promotion match trainer in the ZA Royale. People who I know are going to like her a lot, and she's going to be introducing Mega Electros. Kanari's dad or grandfather, he is a miner, uses a Mega X-Drill. And then we have some trainer we don't know about, but there are fighting specialists, and they will be using Mega Phalanx. And then Urbane Tuning is our rival. We don't know what Mega they're going to have. I assume they'll probably showing off the Mega of a starter Pokemon that we did not pick, and they'll be using that on their team. And now for a couple random pieces of ZA leak information. So we will be receiving the Kanto Starters for free during the game. Seems to be rather early in the game when we do meet Sycamore. And Sycamore will tell us that we are somehow related to him. I think we're going to be like his niece or nephew, depending on which character you end up picking. You'll also be able to catch the Kalos Starters in the wild. So very similar to Pokemon Legends Arceus, where they're just going to be chilling out there. You can catch them whenever you want. So hopefully there'll be some early game ones you can do. I'll definitely love to get a Greninja on my team in general. And the first Mega you get story-wise is going to be Lucario. So Lucario fans, stay winning again. And also, you'll be able to get the Zygarde Stone very early, but you won't be able to use it until pretty much the end of the game. Now, we also know that there's only going to be 230 Pokemon in the game, or at least around 230 Pokemon. Zygarde is apparently number 230 in the Dex. I think that is the last Pokemon in the main game, but there is post-game content for this game too. And talking about the post-game, there is 3 post-game episodes, episode X, Y, and Z. In episode X, there is going to be 3 alphas you fight, and then you fight Xerneas and you can catch it. Then for Yveltal in episode Y, 3 megas you have to fight, and then you get to catch Yveltal. And then apparently there is an episode Z, but we don't know too much about this episode Z. Maybe that is actually how you catch Zygarde. It seems like you do fight Zygarde in the main story, but maybe how you actually get Zygarde to join your team and be a usable Pokemon, maybe is a post-game episode in doing all of that. Lastly, we do know that the tower in the middle of the city is Agni, and this is the altered ultimate weapon. This is what is making all of the Pokemon go crazy. Megas are going berserk, so this is how we're getting those rogue Pokemon. And we also have alphas, which may be related to the tower as well. And it's also why some of the Mega evolutions look really weird, is because they're sort of like artificially made megas because of this tower. And essentially it's like a nuclear weapon. So that is all of the leaks that we know about for Pokemon Legends ZA. I'm really hoping we get a trailer in June. We still don't have a release date. So at this point, I really hope we just get a release date. I hope we get to see a couple of these new megas in the next trailer. I am expecting something in June though. But anyways, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Support the channel, support my dream. Become a channel member by hitting that join channel member button below. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.